How you doing, folks? We're jumping into our very, very small Ukraine coverage. But we got just a couple clips here. Just wanted to do a quick follow-up on Ukraine, honestly, just to make sure that we're still staying up on the day-to-day. If I'm doing a broadcast, I better talk about what's happening in Ukraine, right? I want this war to end. I fully support it 100% to this day. So this is Spider-Man yeeting an anti-tank round at Russian forces was also not on the bingo card. All right. You know, look, man, I will never criticize a soldier who is goofing off or trying to blow off some steam on the battlefield. I'll never judge them, even if it's cringy TikTok dances or doing the Dougie in Iraq. I can't find it in my heart to criticize these guys who could die at any fucking moment. You know, I mean, any moment. I don't even know how you sleep. Spider-Man picking up an anti-tank bazooka. Spider-Man. I mean, it's official. Ukraine is styling on the Russians. Ukraine is styling on the fucking Russians, dude. He was like, oh, we got to blow up this tank. Oh, let me get in my Spider-Man outfit. This is going to be fucking funny. Well, look at this, dude. This is real. Imagine getting a headshot in your Spider-Man onesie.
А теперь, Форест, беги, блядь.
Wow, dude. What is the medic? What the fuck is this? Yo, Ukraine is officially styling on Russia, dude. This is ridiculous. +4 agility. A drone bomb falls. He like does a bicycle kick and kicks it back towards the Russians. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is, I can't believe it. Any hits. Spider-Man. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna get banned for this. I'm sorry in advance, honestly, but I don't know. This feels borderline okay to show. Wonder how drunk they are. I don't know. Ukraine, they're not drunk. Ukraine soldiers don't get drunk. They don't drink anything. I mean, they drink water or they drink juice. They drink, you know, they're not getting drunk out there. I have never seen. I think I've seen footage of soldiers being as professional, but I don't think I've ever seen. Well, I don't know. I guess, you know, I'm not going to say that. The professionalism of the Ukrainian military has been extremely impressive. Imagine going to the afterlife and exciting guy. Sir, did you die at a Halloween party? I died on the front lines in Ukraine. Did someone put you in a Spider-Man onesie? No. No. I did it for the gram. I did it. Do you know what Instagram is? No. All right. Russian enemy position sober is hard. Russians are doing a lot of drinking. That's undeniable. We have video evidence of that. I haven't seen a single video, and that shit would be all over social media by the pro-Russian apologists if there was like a Ukrainian gulp, 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 and throwing grenades and firing, because we got video of Russians doing that. I got video of a Russian storming the enemy position with like 2 AK-47s and getting blasted on, dude. I haven't seen clip 1 of any evidence of Ukraine doing that. So, yeah, I can say with confidence that guy wasn't drunk. The Ukrainian soldiers don't drink because it's detrimental to your health. You want situational awareness, and I understand you want an escape as well. You want to leave, but if you want to get out of there alive, you don't want to be drinking alcohol. So look, trigger warning, if you don't want to see something that looks phallic, Please look away. But I have to show this because, once again, the Ukrainians are styling on the Russians. They're dropping Putin dildos, turning them into fucking shrapnel grenades, and dropping them on the enemy. I mean, talk about being humiliated because you died in your Spider-Man uniform. How about getting killed by a Putin dildo? How about getting fucking killed by a Putin dildo? You know what I mean? All right, I won't show. I can't have this on screen too much longer. Real quick, let's get a Warthog defense video so we can get a little. You know, I know what you guys want. I know what you guys want. So here we go. Let's get some footage of Russians getting their asses kicked.
В Клещеевске положили уже порядка 1000 человек, то есть даже может быть больше, то есть, да.
So many. Apparently, in some areas, the corpses are literally like, it's like a World War I battlefield, you know, at the end, you know, just bodies everywhere. And they're left there. No one's picking them up because it's just, there's too many of them and the battle is raging on. I mean, could you imagine what that smells like after just a day?
Inch by inch, slow but
Wait, I didn't mean to do this. I want to do this one.
84.
No, nope, wrong one. I want to
steady,
do this one.
Ukraine is being liberated. Ukrainian armed
the dogs are
forces
eating
broke
good.
through
Yeah,
the
so
Russian
are the
defense to
crows and the-
Verbovoye, and the
any kind of
Russian
bird.
channels on Telegram announced their retreat. The Russian occupiers are saying that they decided to take a step of goodwill due to problems with artillery, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is that Ukraine
Yeah, the problem that they're having with their artillery is that they can't peek their head out for even 5 seconds without a drone kamikazing into their fucking, you know, ammo, you know, right in, like doing a catastrophic ammo explosion. They, you know, that's the problem that they're having with artillery.
Ukrainian forces are widening that breach in the Surovikin line in the south.
All right, I will cover Slovakia before I go. God damn you guys. You're news obsessed. You know, I got to take my son to a pumpkin patch today. Do you know that? Ah, damn. Fine. We will cover Slovakia. Am I saying that correctly? Slovakia?
And remember the allegedly huge Russian offensive at Kreminna, the story about 100,000 amazed soldiers ready to attack?
Emaced?
Like everything else,
Emplaced?
it turns out to be another
Entrenched?
flop for Russians. Russian troops have recently reduced the tempo of their localized offensive operations on the Kupiansk-Svatove-Kreminna line.
Whoa, I'm
The
gonna
Institute for the
buy
Study
that.
of War wrote on September
Wish listing
28th.
it now. I'll buy it later.
According to the ISW, the fact that Russian and Ukrainian officials have reported fewer Russian ground attacks in the
Cool.
Kupiansk.
Oh, this game looks great. Hey, everybody, check out De-Putinization on Steam. This is super cool. Amassed, maybe is that what he's saying? Amassed, maybe. Everyone, make sure you at the very least wish list De-Putinization, but give it a buy as well. I'm going to buy it later today. This looks like a really cool game. I think the Slovakia story is a nothing burger. Slovakia already wasn't helping Ukraine anyways. It won't have any impact on the war. Well, I mean, but are human beings suffering? You know, because I'm not a Ukraine only streamer, right? I'm a news streamer, so that's really, if that's what I'm trying to sniff out, is if it's a story of human suffering, then it should be covered.
And Lyman directions means that the Ukrainian counteroffensive has distracted Russian forces from the Kupiansk-Svatove-Kreminna line
Nice.
and significantly weakened the Russian offensive effort along that line. One of the ISW's previous assessments said that Russian offensive operations on the Kupiansk-Svatove-Kreminna line were aimed at pinning Ukrainian troops on this line and away from more critical front areas.
Okay, there is literally no awesome war footage in this, and I don't mean to be that guy who's trying to fucking get the nasty footage here, but I want to show you some good footage here. We do it. I'm gonna end the stream on a dry video, on a dry map video. Let's try to get something, you know, tasty here.
Of Ukraine is desperate because despite all the reinforcements and thousands of soldiers that the Russians use as cannon fodder, they failed to stop the Ukrainian penetration into the gap that was created in the Surovikin line. So Ukrainians are pushing to Verbov and Novopokrovka. And here we can see Ukrainian troops smashing through the Russian Dragon Teeth defensive line near Verbov.
Those are dragon baby teeth. Man, that's embarrassing. I've seen pictures of dragon teeth from World War II. They were like twice the size as these things.
So Ukrainians
Twice the size as these things, the World War II dragon's teeth. Man, this is a joke.
are pushing to Verbov and Novopokrovka. And here we can see Ukrainian troops smashing through the Russian Dragon Teeth defensive line near Verbov.
You didn't have time? I guess, I mean, moving those things around would be a logistical nightmare. They're like, each one is over a ton. It has to be. Maybe half a ton. But the bigger, the better. Those are iguana
A
teeth.
snippet from the process of liberating the South shared by soldiers of the 47th Mechanized
They're not
Brigade.
light.
Magarpe.
Yeah, that was a dapper-ass mustache. You missed it. God damn it. If I wasn't married with a family, man, I'd be at least digging some trenches. This is the fight. This is a fight, legitimate fight for
And this
democracy.
is awesome battlefield.
It gets me so fired up to see these guys fighting against a legitimate, dictatorship, whatever you want to call Russia, an autocracy. But fighting against this kind of aggression and winning, God, it feels good.
Footage. Leopard 2A6 and M2. Bradley covered the infantry of the 47th Mechanized Brigade in the Melitopol direction.
Yeah, good point. Strategy. Those dragon teeth, those iguana teeth, would probably be, you know, pretty effective against civilians and other things. But up against a fucking Leopard 2, it's just getting rolled right over. And you saw in that video that there was a totally crushed and pulverized dragon's teeth already. So they're already rolling through. Still haven't changed their music over there at Warthog Defense. They just don't have time to find one extra track.
Давай! Давай еще раз!
Get some new music, Warthog Defense. Ooh. God damn. Yeah, this is all fake. This entire it's actors. I mean, it could be for me.
Ну, ще разок.
You know, I haven't gone to Ukraine. I take a secret trip to Ukraine and it's just like literally nothing's happening. It's all AI generated. Yeah, unfortunately, no. This is real life. Damn!
Фосфор
That was
вроде
the
бы,
real.
да?
Might
Попало
as well
в
be
нас.
the real Spider-Man. Ain't no other Spider-Man doing as much damage as that one.
Уши заткни!
Plug your ears, boys! This is right outside my house. Yeah, Chem Goblin can confirm. It's real, unfortunately. It's like, because Russian barbarism is so bad, it would be nice to fall into fantasy and be like, oh, there's no way human beings treat each other like this, but no. We actually treat each other even far worse than this. Oof. You find a gun-shaped stick? You're so powerful in my hand.
Юху!
Yeehaw.
Ukrainian Leopard 2A4 with a large amount of Contact 1 ERA protection, maneuvering off-road.
Damn, dude. These things fucking go.
Nuclear Saber Rat.
Okay, the Warthog Defense always does this. They always pad out their shit with these right-winger, or these Russians media. I always call them right-wingers because I'm so used to criticizing the right-wingers in the United States. Just bought the Deep Putin game. Hell yeah, boy. Thank you, Davey, for supporting Chem Goblin's friend who's out there fighting the good fight. He's going to use that money to buy equipment. Make sure you buy Deep Putin today. Pick it up today. Why do you think stopping funding for Ukraine is the top priority among extremists in the House? Because the big reason is that Ukraine is a big win for Joe Biden. That's the big reason. I don't buy any other reason about, oh, they're captured by Russia. Russia has compromise. Maybe not. We can't know for certain. The political reality, though, is that Ukraine is a slam dunk for Joe Biden. And Davey makes the point that if a Republican were to win in 2024, we would likely see them immediately do a 180 on Ukraine so that they can then start taking credit for helping Ukraine. And I think I agree with that statement that if fucking, any of these Republicans win or whatever in 2024, we will see a 180 on Ukraine because, oh, we're doing it. So the other, are they, Manchurian candidates for Putin? Who fucking knows, right? But I think the political reason is what I stated. Right?
Residents of the Kiev region illegally acquired and stored Russian anti-aircraft missile system and ammunition. At first, the police discovered and seized the TOR air defense system, and later police managed to establish the location of the
Bro, imagine this is in someone's backyard, right? You go back home to go get some luggage. You're like, oh, what the hell's in my backyard? Oh, it's covered in plastic. You lift up the plastic. Fucking World War III under the plastic. Okay. Calling the cops.
Seized the TOR air defense system, and later police managed to establish the location of the ammunition. According to preliminary data, the weapon was left by Russian troops during hostilities in the territory of Chernihiv region.
The fuck is that? What, you got to have a Wi-Fi network? Wow, man. I wish I was doing technical stuff for the military. They get such cool toys. The military gets really cool IT toys, man. As an IT guy, I would love to get my hands dirty on some of this stuff.
Troops during hostilities in the territory of
They're
Chernihiv
thermobaric
region.
too? Those are thermobaric?
And let's see other defense news. British company creates an invisible shield. The shield relies solely on optics, not requiring an energy source to create magic. The device is based on the use of special lenses that scatter light. The invisible...
Okay, is that shit bulletproof? If that shit isn't bulletproof, get the fuck out of here, dude. If that shit isn't bulletproof, then get the fuck out of here.
The screen is compact in size and weighs about 1 kilogram, which makes it quite portable.
It's impressive, right? And if you're just like, if you're a soldier and you're scanning everything and you're like, I don't know, maybe it's a barrel or something, right? It can be. I could see the use. I could see it in a very specific set of scenarios, okay? But if that shit isn't bulletproof, then you're just walking around with a plastic shield in a battlefield, dude.
It is important that the device functions without being connected to additional power sources.
But I don't know, maybe this could be good for camouflaging tanks or camouflaging, large vehicles. Yeah, strategy. Yeah, Clutch Cargo, that's a good point. That there's definitely some, and we see Trump being friendly with Bolsonaro and other dictators and things like that. So I think there is some of that, but I honestly feel like the reason why we see the right in lockstep about Ukraine is because it's a political slam dunk for Joe Biden. I think that's the main reason. With that said, there are still Republicans within the Republican Party that are like, well, I still support Ukraine. I don't know. We should check the funding and everything, but I don't know. I don't think letting Putin win is a great idea. I don't think that's a big winner for the right wing. It is cool. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not cool. It's fucking cool. But I mean, that's cool. That's pretty good right there. You're running up, you're running into a position, right? And maybe your foxhole is covered with these, or maybe your trench is covered with one of these, right? And like, yeah, that's, but the thing is, I don't know. It's impressive. I don't know.
A delegation of the Taliban arrived in Kazan for talks and negotiations with Russia. What a nice group of friends. Belarus, Syria, Iran, North Korea, Afghanistan, Taliban.
Watch the Taliban sell the Abrams tanks and the helicopters and the fucking Humvees that they stole from the United States. Well, really, we just abandoned it. Watch them sell that shit to Russia, dude. I mean, technically they stole it. Technically we abandoned it. Whatever. But imagine they sell that shit to Russia. They send that shit right to the front line. Oh, you fucking bet the. Oh shit. Oh well, this looks nice. All right, guys, let's have something a little nice here for once. This looks nice.
Personal price.
This is what we're fighting for.
Yeah, this looks nice. No, Trump can suck my entire finger sexually. This one. With his mouth. A great point, Davey. Technically, yep. I think technically Davey is correct. No. My thumb is for video games, not for Trump. Yeah, because that's how the world works, right? If I'm criticizing Trump, I must really love Biden, huh? Are you a fucking simpleton? Oh, wait, you're on Kick, so yes, you are. Stop wasting my fucking time. Stop wasting other people's time. Stop pretending like you understand what the fuck is going on. And get the fuck off Kick. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. I'm about as afraid of you as I am of a fucking snail on the sidewalk. The fuck out of here. Get banned. Got time for you. Keep yelling in a basement. I'm in my house that I bought with my mortgage. Yeah. I'll never pay that shit off. All right, so final. Oh wait, okay. So we are going to do a quick video on Slovakia after this, but it's going to be a quick one. This is the last bit of Ukraine news.
Of significant developments in the east. After Ukrainians established total control over Klishchiivka and Andriivka and pushed Russians behind the next natural barrier and defense line in the form of the railway embankment,
Snails are great.
Ukrainians started preparing for the next comprehensive offensive operation with the goal of undercutting Bakhmut from the south. In order to make sure that the offensive operation is successful and ground forces penetrate Russian defenses much easier,
I guess I hate Donald Trump more than Rudy Giuliani, but Rudy Giuliani can come taste some too.
Ukrainians started undermining the Russian defense by destroying not only Russian fortifications, but also artillery,
America's
tanks,
mayor,
logistics, command posts, areas of forces concentrations, and air defense. The first area of the concentrated Ukrainian work is between Kurdyumivka and Odradievka. Ukrainian fighters from the patrol police detachments released a video showing how they destroyed a Russian personnel carrier in a drone strike. The second target of the drone operators became an armored fighting vehicle that was evacuating Russian soldiers. The fighters also noticed a truck that was supposed to relocate Russian personnel, waited until it was loaded with soldiers, and destroyed it together with the Russians. Ukrainian drone operators from the famous 3rd Assault Brigade also contributed to the strikes, identified a position with enemy drone operators, and destroyed it with a single shot from M777. Lastly, Ukrainian drone operators from the 93rd Mechanized Brigade focused more on targets near Odradievka and destroyed at least one armored.
And see, this is what I'm talking about with these quote-unquote cope cages, is that and I've seen the Ukrainian ones, they have proper protection on the sides, but look how easily, if you just have protection up top, look how easily you can just hit them from the side. Kind of gives them a nice little opening there to shoot for, too.
Fighting vehicle. The second area of strikes is between Kodyma and Klinove. Ukrainian special forces released a video of how they hunted down a Russian tank near Zaitsevo. Simultaneously, Ukrainian fighters from the 24th Mechanized Brigade showed how they destroyed two more armored fighting vehicles, one of them with Smart 155 artillery shell.
No, it doesn't.
Next, Ukrainian drone operators from the...
It's really just to stop grenades and maybe the flying drones, right? Because they have to hit the cage first before they get to the actual meat of the target. But yeah, it ain't stopping no javelin. That's for goddamn sure.
Third,
That shit's like it's like chicken wire, dude. It ain't stopping no javelin.
93rd, 92nd, and 120th Brigades together joined their efforts in order to destroy a whole
it's
nest
just like
of Russian
literally
artillery
metal
systems
scrap
around Klinov.
welded to the top of
Their
it.
first target became a self-propelled artillery system.
It really shows you the weakness of modern tanks, right? You got this big fancy tank designed to like ricochet, direct hits and everything, and they got to bolt on some fucking, some chicken coop, because they're so utterly vulnerable to a $200 drone.
S, the second one,
Ukraine does this too,
armored
by the way.
recovery vehicle, the third
do
one,
the
a
cope
D-20
cages.
howitzer, and the fourth one, the largest mortar system in the world, Tulpan. Ukrainian special forces amplified this operation by engaging HIMARS and destroyed howitzer Msta B together with its ammunition. Finally, the third
really? So even the United States was putting up cages.
area of strikes was deeper behind the front lines, where Russians had even more precious objects. Due to the distance from the Ukrainian artillery positions, all strikes here were conducted with the help of HIMARS crews. Ukrainian fighters from the 92nd Assault Brigade.
Look at that distance. Look at that penetration past the front line. Look at that shit. This is why they can't, and Russia doesn't have the discipline to shoot and scoot. They shoot and then they want to take a break. They want to go drink or they want to take a nap. This is what happens. Your artillery just getting smoked. This isn't even there's no way that artillery is this far back. This is probably something else completely. This is probably an HQ or something. But look at that. Look how vulnerable they are.
Were conducted with the help of HIMARS crews.
So these are HIMARS strikes, not drones. Sorry.
Crews. Ukrainian fighters from the 92nd Assault
Still, though, they have that kind of penetration past the front line. That's amazing.
Brigade detected and destroyed 2 artillery systems near Kranechne, Grad and Uragan, 1 howitzer Getsen B near Popasna, and also a logistics center with hidden equipment. Another wave of HIMARS strikes was conducted a week prior, when Ukrainians focused on destroying Russian air defense systems Buk. 2 such systems were detected and destroyed near the Russian command center of the airborne forces. Once the air defense was wiped out, the command center was destroyed with a single JDAM air bomb. Overall, over
those JDAMs are nasty, dude. They level whole buildings.
Last 10 days, Ukrainians destroyed at least 15 pieces of Russian equipment, most of which were artillery systems, and also areas of force concentrations and command posts. The destruction of the enemy artillery is one of the most important parts of the preparation for
holy nutsack, man. That is deep penetration.
An offensive operation, as the success of storming largely depends on whether the assault units can withstand the overwhelming fire. So far, the dynamics are quite positive, and according to the latest reports, Ukrainian ground forces have gradually started testing the next line of the Russian defense in this region by launching reconnaissance in-force operations.
And remember, this is Bakhmut up here. They're taking a path this way because they understand that Bakhmut will be, once they penetrate deep enough, Bakhmut will take care of itself. They're just going to drain out of Bakhmut.
If you're against...
So there you go. There you go, folks. That is my Ukraine update. We're going to do just a quick one for the chat, little special one for the chat. For Slovakia. No, I'm not saying that correctly, so I'm going to learn how to do that now. But thank you, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed that. This has been the News Underground. I am Abandoned Nihilism. Give your mother a big fat hug. Peace out. Peace in that motherfucking Middle East.